The Bridgerton storyline and future are affected drastically. Bridgerton is one of the most watched series on Netflix of all time. The period drama attracts millions of viewers with its tantalizing romance, inclusive cast, and gripping storyline. Bridgerton Season 2 has just begun filming, and we expect to see drastic changes in the storyline. Let's see what effects these potential changes will have on the future of our favourite Netflix series. Daphne and Simon will not take centre stage. In Season 1, Daphne Bridgerton and the dashing Duke of Hastings, Simon Bassett, got married and happily started a family together. Since the first season was so heavily focused on them, it is difficult to imagine a scenario where the sizzling chemistry between these two characters is not the main focus. But this is what we expect to happen in Season 2. Daphne and Simon's story was beautifully wrapped up in the first season itself, so we can expect that the upcoming season will focus on a different Bridgerton sibling, since this is what happens in the book series as well. The book series of Bridgerton originally has 8 books. These novels follow the love lives of the Bridgerton siblings. Season 1 of Bridgerton was based on the first book, The Duke and I. We can expect that the second season will be based on the second book, The Viscount Who Loved Me. The Viscount's father haunts him. Throughout the first season, we see the late Edmund Bridgerton being mentioned constantly, mostly because of the wonderful marriage Violet and Edmund had, which subsequently set the standards of romance for the Bridgerton siblings. Edmund Bridgerton had died of an allergic reaction from a bee sting, which was extremely astonishing for the Bridgerton family, because he was bitten once before but was fine. But allergies don't always make themselves known, and they can be hereditary, which sets the premise for the second novel, The Viscount Who Loved Me. In the second book of the novel, Anthony is haunted by a fear of bees. He was also forced to take over his father's title at the tender age of 18. This, coupled with the grief of losing his father, is quite evident in the first season, but we can expect that these themes will be explored more in Season 2. Another interesting trope we can hope to see is a loveless marriage. Anthony Bridgerton wants to remove love from the equation of marriage after his attempts to marry an opera singer were thwarted due to their different social statuses. Anthony wants to marry a woman he doesn't love because he expects to die young, just like his father. We are excited to see what these details will mean for the Bridgerton storyline. Who is the woman that Anthony will marry? So, the woman that Anthony ends up with in the second novel is Kate Sheffield, sister of Edwina Sheffield. Edwina Sheffield is extremely gorgeous, so naturally, she has multiple suitors who want her hand in marriage, but they have to impress her older half-sister Kate first. Kate is no damsel in distress. She is a 21-year-old noblewoman who is not afraid to speak her mind. Her reluctance to get married also contributes to her progressive and defiant nature. She is not easy to please, as Anthony and she have multiple fights and banters before they end up together. This storyline is undoubtedly exciting, and we are extremely likely to see some steamy romantic instances between Anthony Bridgerton and Kate Sheffield. One thing that has caught our interest is the fact that Daphne Bridgerton was quite docile and agreeable in the first novel, but the first season of the Netflix series portrayed her as a fiery and vivacious young woman who is quite feminist in her thinking. If they can make Daphne Bridgerton such a strong-willed character, what can we expect for Kate Sheffield, who's already a very imposing personality? Only time can tell. Lady Whistledown's identity revealed? The viewers and readers all know who Lady Whistledown is. She is Penelope Featherington, a rather unremarkable person at parties, but no one in the Bridgerton universe knows this yet, save for her publisher. Penelope's identity is revealed in the first season itself, but in the books, we don't get to see her true face till book 4. What could be the reason for the writers to make such an audacious choice? We can expect that sooner or later, at least one character will know the identity of Lady Whistledown. There will be a huge reward to unmask the gossip's identity, thanks to Lady Danbury. It will be quite hilarious to see women who are definitely not Lady Whistledown pretend to be her for a taste of money and fame. In the series, Queen Charlotte herself is quite interested in finding out the identity of Lady Whistledown, since she too is an avid reader of the gossips column. Another major blow will be to Eloise Bridgerton. Eloise suspects throughout the first season that Genevieve Delacroix is Lady Whistledown, which is obviously untrue since it's ultimately revealed that it is actually her best friend Penelope. This tension will undoubtedly lead to a jaw-dropping climax as Eloise will eventually realise that Penelope has been dishonest to her. Even though this reveal occurs quite late in the novels, it is safe to assume that it will happen much faster in the series, due to the fact that a lot of elements of the later novels have been adapted in the first season itself. Oh, we can't wait to see the drama unfold. Benedict Bridgerton's forbidden love story. In the first season, Benedict's storyline mostly focused on him breaking the stereotypes of society. He pursues his art and starts a relationship with tradesperson Genevieve Delacroix, who is not of noble blood. The third Bridgerton novel, An Offer from a Gentleman, focuses on his love for drawing and his love for someone below his class. Now in the first season, he is already in a relationship with Genevieve. It is not known whether he'll stay with her or break things off to pursue a relationship with Sophie Beckett. Sophie Beckett is the illegitimate daughter of a nobleman who is forced to become a maid. The entire storyline is very similar to that of Cinderella, without the magic and the glass slippers. Colin Bridgerton's story gets more interesting. Colin Bridgerton is already quite an interesting character. He's charming, flirtatious, and is the life of the party. His love for travel is made evident in the first season itself. However, in the books he actually travels so much to avoid getting married. He also refrains from forming romantic relationships in the books. In the first season, we see Marina breaking Colin's heart. This situation doesn't occur in the novels. This, however, explains Colin's aversion to marriage. In the fourth novel of the series, Violet Bridgerton constantly hounds him to get married. He repeatedly refuses until he ends up with a very close friend of one of his sisters. Can you guess who this friend might be? If you said Penelope Featherington, you're absolutely right. Colin Bridgerton ends up with Lady Whistledown after a very whimsical and uncertain romance. Bridgerton is known to torture its viewers with its extremely slow and steamy romance storylines. We can confidently say that Colin Bridgerton's story won't be an exception. What does Rege-Jean Page's farewell from the series mean? Rege-Jean Page has revealed that he won't be coming back for Bridgerton Season 2. Fans were obviously heartbroken, but what does his departure from the series mean? To be quite frank, nothing. As mentioned earlier, Simon and Daphne will not take centre stage in this season, as their story is already wrapped up in the first season. Simon doesn't have a big role to play in the next novels, so Rege's departure isn't really that impactful to the show. There is no foul play involved, and Rege himself has revealed that he doesn't have any hard feelings towards the writers, and that he was aware of his short role in the series. Although Simon Bassett makes short appearances throughout the novels, they are not really worth noting as he only attends parties and celebrations with Daphne Bridgerton. We will miss the Duke of Hastings, but we also recognise that his departure is for the best. Who are the new cast members of Bridgerton Season 2? Bridgerton Season 2 will undoubtedly have some new faces. Simone Ashley from Sex Education will play Kate Sheffield. The love interest of Anthony Bridgerton and Charithra Chandan will play the beautiful Edwina Sheffield. They are Indian and Sri Lankan origin actors, so we are quite excited to see some South Asian representation on Bridgerton. The rest of the cast is expected to be the same, with all the old actors returning, except Rege-Jean Page of course. Rupert Young will be playing Jack, the newest addition to Bridgerton. Jack is an extremely powerful member of the aristocracy who seems to be hiding a dark secret. Theo Sharp will be played as Callum Lynch. Sharp is a humble assistant with a powerful zeal to do what's right. Bridgerton Season 2 will clearly introduce us to some brilliant new characters. Well, this is it. These are our predictions for Season 2 of Netflix's Bridgerton. The series is expected to air in 2022, and we are all biting our nails to see the next twists and turns in this period drama. What do you think will happen in Season 2? Let us know in the comments. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel to support our content.